Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to my stream yesterday and getting a reading from me. I apologize for taking an extra day to do the makeup readings. I've been not only busy, but not feeling too good. But I'm feeling like myself again. I'm feeling really great. And let's go ahead and get into it. Your timestamps are in the description below next to your name. And remember, when it comes to the future, nothing is set in stone. You have free will. So if we see something that we don't like, we can do something about it. I'll tell you what direction is best. And if you have any questions, just ask below and I'll try my best to reply to you. Thank you so much again for trusting me as your reader and as your psychic. I hope it's a positive experience and I'll see you there. Hey there, Onigato. It's good to see you again. You wrote Oni again. If I can get a reading on me and my person, she let it slip that she still has strong feelings for me and still cares deeply about me. She is realizing a lot of things as of recently, baby steps from what I've been told, and to keep being patient and safe. Yeah, let's see what you and your person, like, what do you need to know? I feel like both of you have such strong karma, like, it's crazy. Both of you have definitely had other lives together. You definitely have a very strong entanglement, like spiritual entanglement. And let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. And I hope that you guys can find some more peace and calm. I know it's been quite the drama for both of you, and I hope that you're well. Okay. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I see you both spending more time with each other. It's interesting. The more physically apart you are, the more you feel drawn to communicate more. It's like, oh, I used to see you every day, and so I felt like I had time, but now that I don't see you as much, now that there is some physical separation, I feel drawn to you even more strongly. Now, I had mentioned that there's spiritual entanglement, and it's interesting because the Wheel of Fortune means fated events, things unfolding in your favor. You might notice that things really start to pick up the pace between your relationship, especially in the near future. The Knight of Cups says that we are heading in the direction of talking about love more, being more romantic, being more open-hearted. What's challenging you is the Six of Swords. So once again, a separation. And I do think that the past has been a little bit difficult to shake off. Maybe every time you spend with each other, every moment you spend with each other speaking, there's things in the background that we can't let go of. It's like there's an elephant in the room. I don't know why. I'm seeing like a really colorful elephant that both of us are just avoiding speaking about. And I don't know if it's the past or maybe it's her relationship or the direction of where you guys are going, but it feels like we are purposefully ignoring it so that we can just enjoy what time we do have with each other. We don't want to kick up any dust, right? The advice card is the Two of Pentacles, and this represents going back and forth on something. This could mean a few things. I want to see what they mean by that, because sometimes it can mean like, make a decision. You know, go ahead and make a decision. But it can also mean that there's two options, two other options. So let me clarify why they said the Two of Pentacles. Let's see. Ooh, Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles represents something that we're used to, something that we're very comfortable doing. And then the Hierophant means routines, and the Emperor represents being more in control. And so in my opinion, I feel like you may notice that the power dynamic in the relationship is starting to really shift in your direction, where more so before it was them that was going incognito. You know, it was them that was going MIA for a week or two, where now it's more so you're the one who controls when we speak, controls when we have contact, controls the direction of where the relationship is going. So that's coming in the future. I don't know if this is what you want, because sometimes it can mean that there is a power imbalance. Interesting. Very interesting. You might notice some kickback from this too. A lot of times when there is sort of when there is this energy, you'll notice that the feminine side begins to get a bit more antsier, a bit more explosive in the way that they express themselves. So be aware that she might become more needy, like extraordinarily needy, and she might call you out on a few things and be a little insecure. And I do feel like it feels like she's, yeah, there's just like a shift in who has the reins of this. And I think it's you, like you're the one who's holding them now. And she feels a bit uncomfortable and a little bit threatened, because, and the reason why is because she likes you, she loves you, she cares about you. And it conflicts with her lifestyle. It conflicts with the life that she's built. And so there's a lot on the line for her. And I think you're an aspect of her life that she feels she can control. And that's okay. And I'm sure you feel this way too, like I'll do anything for her. But I think that she's starting to be more easily swayed from your wishes, from your desires. And that can make her feel a bit unwieldy. Is that how it's called? I don't know. That's what I feel. And so that's what I want you to know. I hope that you like that, Onigato. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything, I say again. And remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Hi there, Steph. Thank you so much for coming the other day. Sorry about that for taking some time, but as I always say, I do hope it's worth the wait, and thank you for being patient. You wrote, "Hi Ron! It's so nice to see you. I hope you have been well. I was wondering if you could do a reading regarding my career." Of course. Sometimes I find myself second guessing whether something out there is better for me. I think I just have dreams of making it big. Thank you so much. Well, and everybody deserves to feel like they've done something profound with their life. And I think some people are okay with having ripples that expand far, far, far away from them. And then some people like to make big splashes, and that makes them feel really nice. And so just remember, sometimes we have more of an impact on the world than we can perceive at the moment. And so don't feel like just because you haven't had that claim to fame yet, that you're not making it. And that's something that I've been having to swallow. Okay. Oh, Princess Swords. I like that. Or Prince of Wands, excuse me. We're feeling more creative. We're feeling more expressive. We want more freedom. I'm also, I was just getting this feeling of I miss the sun, and I was feeling this today, like I haven't been outside enough. And so you may be really craving the sun or craving like the beach or nature, like being around bodies of water might feel very called. You might be very called to that right now. This feels more so like a spiritual thing, like something that will help you connect with yourself, something that will help you understand what it is you really do want for your career in a more grounded energy rather than just something that we think about, something that we daydream about. So consider doing some meditation. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The sun is here. Happiness, joy, success. Yeah, there's a realization, a revelation coming in of, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And I feel excited. I feel happy. I feel joyous. It does feel like you're connecting to your soul, connecting to your heart center. It feels right. It feels very, very right. And I think you should go outside and be close to water. I actually really mean that. I'm seeing you even do a little picnic for yourself. Maybe you love picnics, but I don't know why. But I see you going out. Maybe you invite a few friends if you want to, but it does. I feel like this is coming, by the way. This is something I see you doing in the near future. I say near future, like in the next month or so. Outside, close to water. And there's something about looking at the ripples, the reflections of the sun on the ripples of the water that just helps you feel calm and peaceful enough to give you the courage to step into what you've been dreaming. And so are you meant for more? Absolutely. Are you meant to make it big? Of course. Your outcome in regards to this question is the sun, and the sun is the most positive card in the deck. So trust your intuition, trust how you're feeling, because there's definitely something you are scratching, something that you are peering into. Your challenge, oh my goodness, your challenge is judgment, and this is listening to spirit, listening to your soul. Judgment is an epiphany moment that's on the horizon for you, and I said it, I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. Your advice card is the Hierophant. Remember, once again, notice the ripples. I had mentioned before we even started the reading about ripples and splashes. I never talked about that. I never thought about it in that way. But look how the Hierophant has this, it reminds me of water, like a water drop. And remember that having a career that steadily grows and grows and grows and becomes something that is very, very fruitful, let's say in 5 years, in, maybe even shorter, maybe 2 years, 3 years, is much better than if you had just exploded before you had the proper tools, the proper work ethic, enough money to keep up with it, enough time, all of this. And so really for you specifically, trust and know that it is a marathon, not a race, and you can have what you're imagining. And I just wanted you to know that. I also feel like you're being very, very supported by your guides. So I like that. I feel them here. Okay, I'll see you later. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Hey there, Teah. Thank you so much for coming to my stream and getting a little reading from me. I do hope that you enjoy it, and if you have any questions, just let me know. You said, "Hi Ron, I'm hoping to get a reading on friendship. I've had a few amazing people that have connected with me, and weirdly, I do feel a pull, but they all live really far away. Do these people have the same idea or same feelings?" Aww, I like that. Oh, well, we had a card pop out. Oh, 2 cards. Of course they do. They like you. They see potential in you. They don't mind your energy being around them. I feel that obviously this is still fresh, still new, but I think it is something that you should invest in. We have the King of Wands. It's possible that there's somebody in that friend group, or maybe there's a person that you're talking to whose energy is very strong, very, very strong. This is somebody who is maybe very funny, or maybe they command the room, or maybe they speak a lot. They're definitely sort of, I don't want to say they're a ringleader, but because I don't think that's really the dynamic. It's more so they're not afraid to take a little bit control over a conversation and the direction of the group. So I think it's really nice. I do think that they like you. I think that having somebody who has a bit of control in the friendship dynamics and being on their good side is a good way to get into the group. And so I like it. I do. All right. 2 of Swords and the King of Cups. The 2 of Swords represents need to make a decision, need to make a compromise, and the King of Cups is on the right side. I do wonder, I've had a few amazing people who kind of really, I do feel a pull. It's interesting because the King of Cups conflicted with the King of Wands is very interesting. The King of Cups says that there's somebody who's very warm, calm, cool, collected. Maybe you're feeling a little bit torn on who to give most of your energy and attention to. Oh, I know what it is. Oh my god, wait, no, I know what it is. Sorry about that. It took me Spirit was like directing me. I know what it is. You are conflicted on where you fit in this relationship. Like, what can I offer them? What can I provide them? And the answer is warmth, connection, understanding. I feel you're very emotionally mature. I feel that you are a wonderful listener and you give great advice. And I think that you'll very quickly become the friend that people go to, and not when they're down, but when they need solid advice. You may have always been this sort of person where people just tell their dirty laundry to. People just tell you all the shit they're up to. And they just keep going and going, and you're like, okay. But I think that you're good at it. You're good at listening. People really value that part of you. I see where you're worried, though. You're worried that you won't get that back. And the thing is, just know that if you communicate what you're going through and you say, I really would love somebody to listen to me, and yeah, just state your expectations and not assume the worst, you will be happily surprised. Yes, dude, your advice card is to assume the best. Assume the best. I don't see anything bad here. Really, nothing bad. Just you being a little bit stressed out about if you're a good person, if you're likable, if you're worthy, if you're confident, and you know that you're a good person and that it is truly an honor to be your friend, you won't question if your energy has value or not. By your energy, I mean your friendship, your time, your support, your advice, all of that. It's a good thing. People should want to be friends with you, and I think that's something that you're probably struggling with right now, because your challenge was the 5 of Swords, and that means somebody was mean to you. Somebody bullied you. Somebody said really hurtful language to you. And you still think about it. You still think about it. Could have been in childhood, could have been from your siblings, it could have been from your parents. Anything, it lingers, and it makes us question, do people really like us, or am I a burden to be around? The answer is no. You're actually really fun to be around. People like you, and your energy is valuable. Okay, I'll see you later, Teah. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone, and you are loved. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hey there, Lovelysonico. Thank you for getting a reading from me. It's good to see you again. I'm so sorry it took me a extra day to do the makeup reading, but we're here now, and I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope it's worth the wait. You said, I'm curious about the 2 guys in my life and my future in general. Let's go ahead and see what Tarot has to say about that. And I feel like ringing my bell for you. I haven't done that for the other readings, so I know it's a little bit loud, sorry. Thank you so much to my guides and Lovelysonico's guides for aiding us in this reading. That over there. And thank you to my deck. Let's see. So I want you to take a moment before we pull and say to yourself, gay. Guy, maybe it's a Freudian slip. One of them's gay. No, I was just kidding. I'm joking. Unless you like that. Imagine who guy A is. You know, give guy A a name. Got it? Give guy B a name, and I'll pull for both of them and see what spirit wants you to know. So guy A is going to be on the left, and guy B is on the right. Okay. I'm gonna actually do up down because I have more space. Ooh. All right, guy A. Oh, both of them. My goodness, that's a lot of sword cards. Okay, Lovelysonico, I'll tell you this. I don't know if you're interested in them romantically. I'm not sure, like, what you got going on there. But there's a lot to unpack here. Guy A, first of all, he's very anxious about what he's doing with his life. And he might get super agitated easily. He also could be easily triggered. I'm also getting somebody who has very strong political opinions. And sometimes that could be difficult to navigate. It's very normal, though. Very, very normal if you're young. Or, I say, yeah, if you're young, if you're like in your 20s, normal. But, you know, I'm a little bit worried because the 5 of Swords says that their language can really hit you in the heart sometimes. And that could be a good or bad thing, but it doesn't feel necessarily healed or healthy in this moment. Just because the 9 of Swords says, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I'm going through it. You know, look at that. I'm having trouble sleeping, I'm having trouble resting. They might be a very jittery person and they might stay up really late and play games. Yeah, that's the energy that we have here. Now, Guy B is not so bad. I do think that they too have some insecurities that they're working through. This person, Guy A, like, if you're wondering if you could spend more time with Guy A, you could, absolutely. And the reason why is I think they're a really anxious person. Like, they have an anxious attachment style. And so they don't like being abandoned. They really, really, really don't like being abandoned. But Guy B is very independent. Guy B is very, very strong in their energy. I feel like they're very funny too. They might have really strong ideas for their future. They might be artistic in some way, some manner. But I like them. I think that they're a good person. I just, if you're looking for romance, the Three of Swords, it does mean heartbreak and sadness. So be prepared for that not necessarily going in the direction of love. But as a friend, I don't think they're so bad. I think that they are really concerned with like career and money, and they're also really, really nervous about what they're gonna do with their life. Everybody is. But yeah, I think both of these energies feel like they have a lot of healing to do, especially mental healing. More so emotional healing at the surface, but obviously emotional issues kind of lead into issues of the mind, and so just be careful. That's all I have to say. But obviously, you don't have to accept that if you don't want to. You never ever have to. Okay, all right. Let's see. We're gonna pull a little bit into your future too. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know in general. Ooh, Nine of Cups. Yeah, it's funny because, these two people that you're concerned about are really, really on your mind. And I feel like they may be distracting you from moving into a new chapter in your life. And that's okay. I think that you like being around them. I feel like they offer you fun and they offer you sort of an emotional fulfillment and an enjoyment in some way, some manner. But I also think that they're very distracting. I don't know why. Your advice card is the Star, and this is to remind yourself what it is that you're aiming for. And remember that you don't have to... How to explain this? You don't have to make compromises when it comes to your life, okay? You do not have to make compromises when it comes to your life. No one can control you except for you. Now, once again, I don't know if this has to do with love. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend that I do know, but there is somebody coming in who is distracting you because their life is sort of going haywire, and that's okay. Just don't let them drag you down because your energy is the Nine of Cups, and this is about wish fulfillment. You may notice that these people really drain your energy, but be careful. I do see there's sort of a big event coming in, an event that is pretty dramatic, okay? Pretty dramatic, and it doesn't seem like it's your fault, but I do think you'll be in the midst of it. Okay, might be a bit uncomfortable, but it's fine. It'll lead you down a new path and a new journey, one that you're meant for. We all need a little bit of spice in our life, and if you're young, a little bit of drama here and there never hurts anybody. You'll be okay. It's just part of the story. I'll see you later. Thank you so much, Lovelysonico. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring. And remember, if you don't like that, you don't have to accept it. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hi there, Ashley. Thank you so much for getting a reading from me, and thank you for your patience. Hope that you like it, and if you have any questions, just let me know. You wrote, a few months ago, I did one of the February soulmate readings, and since I've met a person who could be someone like you described... That's exciting! Oh my gosh, so I'm wondering if I can do a reading for love just to see if there's anything in my future for it. Thank you so much. Always appreciate. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Oh, the pressure's on. The pressure's on. Okay, let's do a little cleanse. Thank you so much to my guides and Ashley's guides for aiding us in this reading. Let's see what we got. That's actually so much fun. Ooh! Ooh! Five of Cups. Well, I will say your energy right now is a bit heavy. You know, the Five of Cups represents sadness, loneliness. Be careful, because when we're in this state, we can sometimes attract people who are going through the same, I don't want to say issues, but they're in the same energy, right? And this is where we form anxious attachments, or, you know, or we attract and avoid it. Like we get those kind of classic combos. So there's a little bit of a warning here. Is it them? Well, the good news is I do see you spending time with them. It's interesting because tarot is saying that this is somebody you're meant to spend time with, but I don't know necessarily if it is your soulmate. So I don't want to be mean. You know, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. Maybe I'm wrong. And I'm always open to being wrong. I've been wrong before. Obviously, trust your own intuition. You're psychic too. But the Eight of Pentacles, this does imply that things will, in a month's time, feel much more natural. Much more natural. And so see how things play out in the next month, because I feel that we will start to grow into each other. We'll spend more time with each other. But the Four of Cups as a focus says that I'm not feeling the spark. I'm not feeling the initial wow that I thought I would feel. And sometimes it's not like that. You know, sometimes it's not like that. I have had beautiful relationships where it was a slow burn. I'm not talking about friendships, but it's the same way with romantic relationships. There could be something really gorgeous that blossoms, because sometimes we just have walls up where we have things or insecurities or sadnesses that we need to heal before we're able to actually see our soul family clearly. And that's okay. It's sort of like there's a fog, and it does feel like there's a bit of a fog on you. If you feel like there is like a psychic fog over you, give yourself some time to be in your emotions, like cry. Be sad and just feel it. You know, feeling is healing, and you'll have a lot more, and release what's not yours, especially if you're empathetic, because I'm feeling that energy of like we're picking up things that don't belong to us. So give yourself a little bit of time to digest your emotions, and then ask again, is this my soulmate? Because I do feel you'll see it. You'll know. You'll just know. So give it about a month's time. Your challenge is a star, to have hope and to have faith, and to look for a guiding light in a tunnel. Once again, like I said, there's like a fog that we're roaming through. Your advice card is to spend time with them and get to know them. I do feel like they are somebody that your guides put into your life. I feel like they have something to teach you. Is it giving soulmate energy? Not necessarily. But I do think that they will push you in the right direction to get there. Okay, I hope that you like that, Ashley. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring. And remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye.